Hello everybody and welcome to Keys to Victory for this week. Our hot match is going to be OpTic taking on NRG, and we really love this one because NRG has been great. This young core, Cirque, Ethan, Breeze, they've been incredible.
Yeah, just almost without a fault, honestly, to this point of the season. I think in total.
Well, they've had 2 faults.
Yeah, well, 2 faults, but just minor ones. And they've shown some incredible resilience. Just last week, we saw them play versus Liquid, managed to scrape from the brink of the defeat to actually closing out in a double OT victory. This team has shown a lot of toughness for a fairly inexperienced squad.
I think the key to them is the fact that they're hitting this peak across this month where they played so well, and the capstone of it for me has been their qualification for IEM Sydney, which is coming up in the end of the month.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal to see a team with this much potential and young talent actually be able to qualify for that, because that's normally where we see them stumble. So that's really cool. They have a guy Daps, an in-game leader, who's not probably gotten all the praise he deserves for being able to construct teams, but they're playing super well, and it's weird seeing them being able to come back in matches with this level of inexperience. I can't wait to see these guys on land. Can't wait to see Cirque. I know they've done it before. They've had some up and down results, but it seems like this is like the best environment, right? The best team environment they've probably had to compete on the big stage.
Oh, by far. And I think this is where they can go from being the team that you just regard as very good online to actually being just a solidified top NA team that you actually have to take seriously just on a world stage. The Sydney could really be a breakout tournament for them in that sense.
Let's move on to my personal favorite team.
Oh, yes.
OpTic Gaming. Love those guys.
You have posters on your wall back home, right? I think you
just
do.
of Hex, though, not of any of the players.
Okay.
Just of Hex. Yeah, this team, I mean, it's we've had some ups and downs. Obviously, a very new roster coming into the season, bringing over 3 Danish players as well. Stanislaw's in there, and Shazam to kind of round it out. So they have a very eclectic group of team that they've thrown together.
A lot of personalities.
Yeah, a lot of personalities. And speaking of which, they got Config, which is a personality, a force in and of himself. We need some more shit talking out of him. But other than that, just as an individual player inside the server, he is incredible.
An absolute beast. Just a couple of weeks ago, I had talking about Sydney qualifiers. He had that incredible game versus Renegades where he dropped 47 frags in regulation. No OTs needed.
That's a record. That one up to the record books.
Yeah, exactly. So he just has that kind of a star potential. Probably the biggest acquisition made over the offseason coming into North America just in total.
Yeah, and I think from what we saw from them in the first week of Pro League to now, I think you have to give huge props, obviously, over to Imapet, who's establishing himself as a very effective coach, and then Stanislaw as an in-game leader. It's been super impressive, the results that they're starting to put together. And one guy I haven't always been sold on throughout his career that is playing really, really well at the moment, Shazam, with the AWP has been stellar.
Yeah, no, he's really getting into it. We saw him end the year with a really solid showing for Misfits, and has been able to transfer that over to OpTic as of late, and that's being shown in the results that we're seeing out of OpTic as well. So, taking maps off of SK and that kind of stuff,
Who are you
really
taking?
impressive. I'm still going to side with the new favorites of NACS, which is NRG. They got my boy Breeze on there, got my boy Bulgarian Bulldozer.
All your boys now,
all my
aren't they?
boys really are just gathered in one team, so it's hard for me to not side with NRG.
I'm going to be taking NRG as well, and that's it for the Keys to Victory for this week. We'll see you for the hot match later on.